Hey guys! For some reason, our Facebook is not connecting, and I don't know why, because it has the best connection in the house. So, pardon that intro. Welcome back to another Colorful Keto with Dory, and we are doing something with bacon. And we are going to make my favorite no-fail bacon mayo recipe, and we're going to do a little twist on it, and we're going to make it a bacon ranch mayo today. So before we get started with that, I want to show you guys how I plated up the pickle spears and the hot pepper popper chaffles. So I've got this really nice platter from Pampered Chef, and it looks really nice when you're doing hors d'oeuvres, so I just have them laid out, and then the bowl in the middle for our bacon mayo. So when I get that all done, I'll be able to take some nice photos for you guys. So we're gonna start with the easiest way to make a bacon mayo. Now, I like to do it in a bowl with my mixer, but you can also do this with an immersion blender, and I'll give you the tips for that as we go along too. So when I see people do it in immersion blender, the idea is you want the egg at the bottom and then your oil, and you want to let it blend up the egg first and then slowly work in the oil. So we do that similar idea when we're doing it in a bowl. So we're going to start with our egg and our lemon juice, if I can get the lemon juice open. Holy man, who closed that? Like, oh, Andre the Giant closed that at my house. Holy man. So we're going to do a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice. And I like to add my other ingredients at this time as well. I like to add a teaspoon of a sharp deli mustard. You can either add or omit this depending on what you like. I do like the little bit of flavor and sharpness that a deli mustard gives. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of that. And then you want to add your salt, your ranch, any of the other seasonings that you're going to add at that time. Today we're going to use Select Savory Seasonings, a ranch-tastic seasoning. It's my favorite. So we're going to add some of that. You can add some of your pink Himalayan salt too if you like that. So we're going to start out with getting that whipped up. Okay, so the only real rule to this is you want to whip up your egg a little bit before you are adding your oil or your fat to it. And I have never tried it any other way. In the immersion blender, everything goes together and you just kind of beat it all together. It already smells really good. So once I get my egg whipped up, you slowly add your fat so that it thickens as you go. And at the end, I'll give you my fail-proof tip in case it doesn't thicken. Now, some people use just egg white, just egg yolk, a whole egg. That is your preference as well. So for this one, we're going to add a half of a cup of rendered bacon fat slowly as we go. But this could be olive oil, avocado oil, it could be coconut oil, whatever you want. So we're going to get this back on. of a boring recipe, I won't lie. But I can already see that we're not thickening properly, so we're going to get to do our no-fail tip today too, which is a bonus. Because, man, it's not thickening the way it should today. Okay, so now we're at that point where we're like, okay, Dory, I made it, but it didn't work right. Mine didn't thicken up. It's too runny, and it didn't mayo. It looks more like a salad dressing. So you have a couple options from here. One, you could call it salad dressing and be like, oh my God, I'm eating bacon mayo salad dressing. Or you can salvage it with my special tip. So if you ever come across this situation and it doesn't want to thicken, you can add a sprinkle of Xanthum Gum to thicken it. You can either add 1/4 teaspoon this way, or I like to keep mine in a shaker so that I can kind of better control the amount of shakes that I'm getting as I go. And you want to add a little Xanthum Gum and just continue to beat it. What I like about the sprinkler is that I can get an idea for how much thickness I'm getting, and I can kind of add a little bit as I go as needed. See how we're getting a nice consistency now? There we go. And then it's got the nice thick consistency that I'm wanting out of a mayo. Now, this one is in between a firm mayo and a salad dressing thickness, which is what I want for the dipping purposes of our wedges and our spears. This will firm up a little bit more in the fridge as well, or you can continue to whip it a bit more. But for our purposes today, this is going to go into our serving dish bowl, and then I'm going to continue to whip the rest of this up so that it looks really nice when I put it in my glass jar. But from here, you can put it into the fridge and it will thicken as well. So I'm going to hold up our serving platter so you can see what it looks like all together. And that will be my first meal of the day. So I will be snapping some pictures for you guys and then having my lovely breakfast. So I hope you guys have an awesome Thursday. Stay tuned. We're going to do some fun stuff tomorrow for Fun Flavor Friday. Let me know what you guys are missing, and we're going to call it Fantasy Fun Flavor Friday. What are the foods that you're fantasizing about that you think you can't have, and let's make them keto. Average Plain Jane Keto, Average Jane Keto says, that's great, putting it in a shaker. I hadn't thought of that. And I store my big jar in the freezer so that it stays fresh longer. But I do find for the amount that I use, the salt shaker it's handy. It's super handy. You can get a pack of 3 of these at the dollar store for $1.25. So I'm going to sign out. I'm going to take some pictures and eat some food. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay tuned for the photos and the TikTok recipes. Have an awesome day, guys, and I shall see you soon. Let's get back our bacon song. Bacon, baby. Bacon. Because yum. And if I could just bite it for you right now, I would. But we need pictures first. So stay tuned. I might do a what it looks like when I'm eating it video too. See you guys soon. Have an awesome Thursday. Bye, guys.